Yo guys, welcome to Speedrun Silent Hill. I'm MrSilentVid,
I'm Spectre Joker.
and you may recognize him from just like Fatal Frame 2 like
From
10 minutes ago
Yeah, literally
or
10
something.
minutes.
Are we ready on time? Yep. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So, Silent Hill. First thing we're gonna do is die straight away. Pretty much. So we're in kind of like a nightmare right now, so the sooner we die, the quicker. So if you haven't played Silent Hill or don't know anything about it, the kind of premise is that
Is that Cheryl?
Harry Mason comes with his daughter Cheryl to Silent Hill for a vacation, crashes his car on the way because he sees like a
Where are
girl
you
on the
going?
road, and wakes up in this like foggy,
Hey, wait!
misty Silent Hill.
Stop!
And that's pretty much it.
Yep. It's yet again a game that's based on occult ritual sacrifices and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
the whole town has gone to hell, literally.
Yep. We're running the Japanese version, no time save. But
Silent's just a massive weeb.
well, you bought me that, so you bought me this. So yeah, like I said, we want to die straight away as soon as possible. Because yeah, this is like a dream kind of, not reality. So yeah, there's a bit of RNG coming up. I almost bonked. And yeah, that's another thing. There's a lot of bonking in this game.
Yeah.
So like, Harry's kind of like a tank, but with momentum.
So ideally, before examining a door or picking up an item, you want to stop just short of it, so Harry comes to a full standstill. If he bonks, then
What is this?
you can't do any inputs
What's
or
going on here?
examine anything.
Alright, that's good.
So these are like nightmare mole people? Like,
That wasn't too bad.
that's not too bad.
So yeah, that's very RNG, but you want to die as quick as possible.
You let him,
And it's just random how long it takes for him to kill you.
yeah, they have one attack that does more damage than the other, and I think you want to get hit twice by that to go down. So we get saved by, is it Cyril, the cop?
Sybil.
Yeah, Sybil. She takes us to here, and she's like, yeah, there's something strange with this town. We're like, yeah, really?
Really? So in this little cafe here, we have to pick up the flashlight, the map, and the knife. We don't need to pick up these health drinks, but I'm going to pick them up for safety, because, yeah, optimally we don't want to use any health in the whole run, we just
Huh?
want to run.
Radio? What's
What's
wrong?
that? Huh. Radio. What's going on?
Oh yeah, and we
with
have to get the
radio?
radio, which is like a Silent Hill, like, kind of standard
Yep.
thing.
And then suddenly, random pterodactyl attack.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of RNG here, how many shots it takes.
Nice. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good RNG.
This is not a dream.
That was 4
What's
shots.
happening to this place?
It can take up to like 7 or 8 shots.
And strafe out the cafe.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
All right, let's start off with $20 from Rusik saying, shout out to Sobel for sitting through that spoopy Outlast run. Marathon has been great so far. Looking forward to today's runs as well. Thank you very much, Rusix. We also have $5 from, and correct me if I'm wrong, DesiF.
Decky F.
Yeah, it
Deci's
says,
great.
yeah, good luck, Silent, from Decky F.
Hey.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you for donations.
So, yeah, this first part in Silent Hill, we're kind of, we need to get 3 keys from different locations to go into a house, to open a back door, to get into another area of Silent Hill. And yeah, the back door is kind of locked by 3 keys, so that's the idea of this section. But yeah, in Outdoor Silent Hill, it's actually kind of annoying in Silent Hill 1. In the other Silent Hill games, it's pretty easy, you just run. But in this is Screamers, which we just saw, and they're very fast, very annoying. there's one here as well. Yeah. I think he's chasing me now.
Yeah, so screamers, once you get aggro, they'll just basically chase you until they try to do a dive. If you're unlucky, they can literally chase you right up this street.
Yeah, they're pretty annoying. But yeah, like I said, movement in this game is the most of the time saved for this category. Yeah. Harry has momentum, so you kind of have to stop at certain points, if I just bonk everywhere. In Silent Hill, like 2 and 3, it's like the higher difficulties, like hard mode and stuff, that has bonking. Silent Hill just has it on any difficulty, so yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be using the shotgun throughout the run. There is a skip later which does skip, called Out of Bounds, which skips the rifle, so we're just going to be using a shotgun.
By any chance, is it called out of bounds because we go out of bounds?
Yeah,
Oh,
correct.
cool.
Yeah, it's actually a fairly, well, it's been around a year
Yeah.
since it's been found, but it saves around 2 minutes. It's a pretty cool skip, but it's not very consistent.
Shoutouts to AAEron _ for finding that out.
Yeah, shoutouts to Aaron. He's a world record holder.
Aaron's world record holder of this game, and he has this game down to a fine art. Like,
Yeah, he's grinded this for like forever.
the world record is pretty much almost reaching that finite point of how fast a non-task speedrun of this game could go.
Yeah, I think his run is like 30 online,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get like sub 30. Task is like 29:30 or something, so it's pretty close. Yeah, hopefully I don't bonk here. Nice, that was pretty good. It's quite
Yeah.
hard to do that. You have to like go on like a little diagonal angle.
Yeah, angle to examine the locks, and so you don't bonk.
Yeah. And now we're on the other side of town, and it's all dark and stuff.
Yeah, so Silent Hill, the whole premise, it has kind of like 2 variations. It's got the real world and the hell version of Silent Hill. Normally when we go to hell version, everything gets corrupted, decayed, bloody, and there's more variation of monsters. We'll see a lot of places where we'll go through an area and it'll be normal, as normal gets in this place, and then it'll be more of a twisted reality of it. So when the night hits, it kind of indicates that it's kind of shifting a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much. So like in like school or hospital, it'll go like rusted and all like
Yeah.
dark and stuff.
It's a trend they carry out through 2, 3. 4 doesn't have it as much because 4 just has twisted worlds anyway.
Yeah, four's a bit different.
Yeah.
Four's, but the first 3 games, yeah.
Time for a quick donation.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have $5 from Keto Base, drawing the war lines here. They're saying, "We're not about to let a remake soundtrack win in 2020." Also, good luck, Silent and Joker.
Thank you, Kev.
Thanks, Kat. So now we're in school.
Yep.
Yeah, school is quite a reset point, mainly because it's quite hard not to get grabbed and get it optimal. But we should be good.
Yeah.
Like I said, movement is most of the time saving this run. In fact, it's the same in most Silent Hill games, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gets chemical. So yeah, the flashlight, if we have it off, it kind of makes enemies lose sight of us. So at some points you may see me like turn the flashlight off, and that's why. So yeah. Also, in the school, you may notice these enemies. I can't remember what they're called, but in the US version, they're actually grey children, and they kind of got censored in the Japanese. Because grey children and stuff.
I believe there was something in the Japanese news at the time of the like the release of the game. I think there was a serial killer about, so that's why they did choose to censor them in this version. So at the moment we're just collecting emblems around the school to open up. It's pathway in that tower thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so we want to get the gold and silver, like, medallion kind of thing. Open the clock tower. And then we go to Nightmare School. Let's do this.
So just
There we
normal
go.
school then.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what
piano
makes this
puzzle.
game quick is knowing puzzle solutions before actually going around finding them.
Well, I messed that up. That's fine. Alright. Yay. That's actually kind of annoying, but I tried to take it slow as well so I didn't mess up, but of course.
Jinx.
Not much time lost there.
Yeah, so unlike Fatal Frame 2 with some of the puzzles, Silent Hill doesn't have any kind of flags for solving the puzzles. So usually how these games boil down is they'll present you a puzzle and then the solution will be listed on memo files or plastered around the place. So in a casual playthrough you read both and be like, oh, this is where I go. Here we can just literally skip straight to solving puzzles without even having to read any of the solutions.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, so we're coming to the end of normal school. Here in a second. So yeah, there's quick turning in this game. What you do is you hold both strafe buttons together. It's actually kind of annoying to do. The easiest solution is to hold the walk button at the same time. Because the timing's pretty weird on it. If you try and strafe normally, a lot of time you'll end up, if you try and quick turn, you'll end up strafing. But if you try and walk and strafe, you do like a slow strafe. So it's a lot more consistent. And I only found out that recently, so. Alright, this is Nightmare School. So far we haven't been grabbed, touch wood. It's a weird angle.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah, the camera's a bit weird in this game.
Yeah.
A lot of time I'm just going to be using the search view, which kind of like fixes the camera from blind dodge. Wow, that was lucky.
I'm just appreciating when you turn the flashlight off on stream, it's just like Men in Black.
Yeah, there's a lot of points where you have to just turn the flashlight off and just
Run blind for it.
pretty much, yeah.
Because like we said, if we keep it on earlier, it makes enemies more aggro-y to us, and if we get a bunch of them in a tight corridor, or as you see later on with dogs, we don't want them to aggro because they can just block paths and hit. There are model collision on this game, so you can't just push past stuff. If something's in your way, it's in your way.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, sometimes we do want the flashlight on to, like, aggro enemies in a certain
Yeah, in
way.
it's certain ways. It's all setups.
Right now we get this rubber ball. This is like the worst FPS room in the game. This game has pretty bad FPS, but it's
mean,
understandable.
It's a PS1 game.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. And then we go to the rooftop. So there is like another ending, UFO ending, which is New Game Plus, but you get this like blue gem and you have to use it in certain rooms, and this is one of the rooms you use it in. Oops.
It's the next marathon.
And
Do all
that-
Silent Hill UFO endings.
that's an example of Harry's momentum, how he just like
Just carries on.
just
going.
carries on, yeah.
Yeah. So for this puzzle, you have to examine that hole, even though you don't do anything with it. You need to examine it so Harry can be like, "Huh, I need to block this up." in true Silent Hill fashion, we're going to use random miscellaneous objects to solve the puzzle.
Pretty much.
I mean, too, you have to melt the horseshoe with candle wax, don't you? So.
Yeah, that is a weird puzzle. Wouldn't really work.
Chat saying, I'm probably the only person who liked the Silent Hill films. Actually, I thought the films were actually alright.
It wasn't like the game though. It's like the Resident Evil films.
I mean, those sort of films, as long as you don't look at them as a retelling, like you just reimagining, then I think they're okay. But
there's a few dodges. So yeah, there's a certain amount of shotgun shells I need to pick up. If I miss a pickup, it's pretty bad. So.
Kerr's just disowned me as a friend. I'm sorry, Kerr.
Jump scare. Get his key. So yeah, skill is just about getting keys and stuff. Trying to get out of here, pretty much.
So for the most part, this is a lot of us just literally running through a room for a few steps and then going through another door. But try and learn this game and watching runs and you're just like, wait, which door was I meant to go through?
Yeah, it does take a while. Like, hospitals still can pretty confusing, even now. That was close. If I do get grabbed, it's not a big issue. That's why I got the health drinks at the beginning.
Yeah, we picked up safety HP heals.
Yeah, and like, top 4 runs, don't use any health whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing. The in-game timer doesn't count any load times, any text scrolling, stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite a big difference between RTA and IGT. Alright, we're coming up to the first boss fight in a second. With Split Head. Pretty easy boss fight, but he can insta-kill you, so.
Seems to be a common theme tonight, insta-kills in our horror games. Boom, boom.
Right. Now these valves are actually a pain. And it's, right, to be honest, this part is actually worse on Japanese, so. Just because the text scrolls and it's not just instant with this part for some reason. Nice. But yeah, it looks easy, but the valves can be a pain. There's a lot of input delay with the valves. And now we got Split Head. He just takes 3 shotgun shells to kill his like armor. He has like kind of like armor. You can't kill him until he like, opens his mouth. So there we go. And he's dead. Just gonna wait until it fades out.
Just flexing him.
Yeah, pretty easy boss fight. Again, it can insta-kill you if you like miss a shot somehow.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty hard to do.
Honestly, I would like to say this game is kind of the reverse for Fatal Frame, in the sense that Fatal Frames, in the terms of a speed run, is all about getting good RNG in boss fights. Where this game, the boss fights are pretty standard and not really different. It's all about movement in this one.
Yeah, it's mostly movement. I mean, Float Stinger can be a pain.
Float
Big
Stinger is
moth
yeah,
thing.
he's a little bit of a pain, and also the Out of Bounds is also another.
Yeah, out of bounds. There's actually a few glitches in this game, which is kind of interesting for a survival horror game.
Glitches in my speed run? Strimmer, he's cheating.
But yeah, we do easy mode for any percent. Pretty much with all Silent Hill games.
Yeah.
I believe 4 as well. I'm not sure. I don't run 4, but 4 is a hard speedrun, as far as I'm aware.
4's not too bad. It's the final boss can be a pain.
Oh yeah, we have to put the thingies in the head, or whatever it is. So now that we've left school, oops.
Almost took my headphones off, but it's cool.
Now that we've left the school, we're gonna go to the hospital,
Yeah.
but we need to trek to the church first, and hopefully dodge some air screamers. These are a pain to dodge, so there we go. You can try and swerve, but it's a lot.
Did he actually hit you, or did you just stop?
No, I stopped.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can just swerve out the way, but it's a lot more inconsistent. He's still got me. Great. They're a pain. They're so fast.
I like how he just kicks you in the back of the head and it's just like, I'm out of here. And that's it, it's gone. Like, we're not going to run into it, it just disappears after.
They're really annoying. Like, every other Silent Hill game outside Silent Hill parts are just easy. Just run. No enemies get you. But, yeah. Screamers. And now we're in the church. Get the key. Exit. That key's for the drawbridge, so we can get to the other part of Silent Hill.
Yeah, again, this is all just pre-knowing what we need to find before we go to a place and be like, oh, we need to go back and find this.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, the dogs don't do much. Pretty easy to dodge. They kind of go slow motion when they jump.
Yeah.
They're just like super slow. But yeah, this actual drawbridge kind of room is a bit of a pain because it's like 10 FPS
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, when they were developing this, they didn't really think about FPS rates. They're just like, oh, it runs.
The PAL version runs faster in some rooms. Straight for there. Yeah, that room's a pain. And there is a safety health drink, well, I should be fine. Strafe out style. Yeah, strafing's quite useful. Just to get out of rooms. Instead of having to turn or quick turn. Quick turning is faster than just regular turning on the spot. But again, you have to get the right timing. Luckily with this game, you can customize every single button, which is nice for a PS1 game and kind of rare. Like, not even PS2 games did that, some of them.
I'm just laughing at chat.
May I jump in with a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we have $10 from Anonymous going, love Silent Hill. Have a great run. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you. Awesome. So, this is the hospital. Another big reset point. And pretty tough. There's going to be a lot of nurses. Nurses and doctors have like little knives and they do a lot of damage, so... And sometimes they're hard to dodge, so hopefully we don't get hit too much.
Yeah.
Or maybe no damage. We'll see.
I mean, damage-wise, we can take a lot of hits because isn't any percent played on easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can tank a lot of hits before we actually do need to heal. It's quite hard to actually die by accident in this run, which is quite nice. But it can happen if you're sloppy too much.
Yeah, it's mainly like flow stinger. Out of bounds contributes to dying,
Oh yeah.
as we'll explain later. But yeah, it's fairly safe. It's fairly safe. It's mainly late game where it gets a bit sketchy sometimes. Go on the left. So again, just like school, there's like a nightmare section. So we're just gonna do the regular hospital first. We have to check the second or third floor before the fourth floor appears. And now we got the fourth floor. Nice. So yeah, the idea of Nightmare Hospital is kind of we have to get 4 coloured, like, I don't know, stone tablets. What do you call them?
Coloured slabs. Sort of
Slabs.
Let me just. When you're saying that, let me just actually go and find the solution again for you. Go ahead.
Nice. So yeah, I have got the solution just in case. It's usually easy to remember, but nice. Sometimes that nurse can like block that door. The nurses are quite random actually. Probably the most random enemy. Over the nurse screamers. Thanks, sorry. It's optimal to press the switch, but it's kind of a small trigger.
Good job.
Let's go for this door. So yeah, I got a red liquid before, which is actually something for good ending, but the reason it's using any percent is because it's for a glitch later, which kind of skips a boss fight. So we pick it up for any percent.
I'm going to quickly grab my drink. Do you still have any of yours left?
No. Right, so hopefully this nurse doesn't block me on the way out, which does happen sometimes. Nice. Yeah, and this blood pack you can just use like straight away, just take a step in, you can use it. Can't just strike this little like tentacle thing. Don't actually know what it's called. It's not like a regular enemy, you don't have to fight it or anything.
I mean, we don't fight the regular enemies anyway.
True.
Red, blue, yellow, green.
Yeah, just, there we go. Yeah, it's a pretty easy solution, but I messed it up in practice, so. Awesome. Alright, now I'm going to try and get nurse skip. It's just RNG. Nice. That was a really good nurse skip, actually. So nurse skip is basically just getting past that nurse whilst killing her. It looks easy, but it's actually pretty difficult.
Also, just to explain on the panel puzzle, it looked like Silent was sitting longer on the menu and inputting, just due to the upscaler we're using here. The PS1 outputs in different resolutions between menu and main game.
Yeah, in game's like 240p,
and menu's like
480i, so it's like it just has a delay.
Yeah, so
when I exit the inventory, but
yeah, so we get a little bit of a blank screen for a second while the upscaler's flipping around. But it's just what's with...
It's just a problem. It happens with a lot of upscalers.
Yeah, so on the plus side, it gives us a nice crispy looking game to run. So it looks better for you guys at the moment. I'll move my mic closer, that should be better. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, but like I was saying, it's just one of the things we're running with the upscaler we've got. So, it happens.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
It's better, right?
So we're actually almost at the end of hospital right now.
Yay!
Yeah.
What's this?
What's this?
What's
A
this?
key. It takes
Cheryl?
forever to load
Cheryl.
for some reason. I'm not gonna jinx it, so I'm gonna say it after it's done. Yeah, that's pretty much hospital. Now that's important, not forgetting that shotgun, those shotgun shells.
Yeah. Might need those.
I've done that before. Right, so we're coming up to out of bounds, so I guess I can kind of explain it.
Alright, so coming up is out of bounds. Aptly named so because we go out of bounds. Basically what we're looking for is there's a well, this
Oof.
there's a enemy come up ahead, which what's it called? The enemy that we use.
Oh, the romper.
Oh yeah, the romper.
Like monkey, like weird jumpy things.
Yeah. So basically, what we want him to do is
Was
we
I
want him to
dreaming?
jump on our back and make us fall down into the loading trigger for the area we come out of, into the area where he is. Basically, when he knocks us down by doing the jump, as long as we hit the trigger point at the right moment, when we spawn into the previous scene, we're floating. And it just basically messes with our hit detection. We can run straight through the door.
Yeah, so he jumps on us down these set of stairs during like the transition. And it'll
Yeah.
just like make us like our position go high up, so we're just in the sky. And we can just like run across Silent Hill and skip like 2 minutes.
Yeah. So
But it is quite inconsistent because you're relying on like the AI of the romper.
yeah.
So it might take a few attempts to do.
Yeah, so the skip was discovered by the current world, get my words right, world record holder. That's cool, man. Just laugh at me.
Also, I was gonna say no damage hospital until that last section.
I mean, that's
I was like, I
that's
don't want to
rever-
jinx it, and then
that's reverse
had to
karma for
body
you.
me.
So you know, the game knew you were gonna laugh at me, so it happens. But yeah. So the world record holder Aaron discovered this glitch, and I think if I quote him correctly, God damn it, why did I discover that glitch? All runs now need to have this glitch in it.
it's an annoying glitch because it's not super consistent, but at the same time, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So the world record has first try out of bounds. So basically, if you want to get anywhere near the world record, you'll need first try. It skips about 2 minutes, and it changed the whole routing of the game. So instead of picking up the rifle to kill everything, we just pick up a surplus of shotgun shells now, because we'll be skipping the area where the rifle is.
Yeah, and a boss fight as well. You get the rifle and you have to fight another boss, so skip all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how this goes.
Right. So
It might take a number of attempts.
yeah, we got health.
I did get it first try in practice, but that's probably good.
That's practice. Right, so this area we just run through is where we want the fall back down. So Silent's going to run forwards, aggro this guy, step near the loading stroke.
Oh,
So
was that first? Let's wait. I believe that's first try.
Yep, that looks like first try. Hey, nice one, man. Yep, so first try easy. So yeah, as you saw what happens, the romper jumps on us and he knocks us forward. When he pushes us down, we hit the loading trigger. but the game can't work out what to do with us because we're kind of laying down beforehand, so it just pops us up in the air. So now we're just going to run right through here and fall onto this roof. And that's the whole, I think it's the mall area we just skipped.
Yeah. And then when we go down the stairs, it actually puts us right at the bottom, which is even faster. And
Yeah.
nice for some reason. But yeah.
I believe it's because the game is still trying to work out where you are.
Yeah, now we need to nip to hospital, talk to Lisa, which is a nurse in the hospital.
Oh, like I say, you don't need this puzzle solution.
No, I don't need that, no. Now we've got a boss fight with Float Stinger, Big Moth.
Big moth.
And yeah, a pretty annoying boss. Can deal a lot of damage. So we'll see how this goes. But I have still got my health drinks.
Yeah.
Oops.
If Float Stinger cooperates, then we just shoot, straight shoot. Because every time we shoot, he kind of spits us or he tries to jab us with his stinger.
That's fine. Nice. That's
Hey.
Float Stinger.
That's Float Stinger done.
One hit, that's not too bad. Yeah, normally you do like 2 seconds of strafing, or 2 steps of strafing, and then shoot, but yeah.
Yeah.
It all depends, he's quite random. But yeah, the shotgun does work that if you're closer it does more damage.
Yeah.
Obviously, makes sense. But so I believe you can do that boss fight in like 1 or 2 last shots, but harder.
Yeah, so despite the fact that it is a PS1 game, the shotgun does have pellets like a normal shotgun would do when it fires. So obviously the closer you are, the less pellets will miss because it does shoot out in a cone fashion.
Mm.
Can we kill that boss with insect killer spray? Oh, we wish.
Okay, so now we've got sewers.
Yeah, so sewers is a good enough place for any run to come to die.
Yep.
It's RNG as per usual, the one thing we've been complaining about all evening. As we're running through these narrow passageways where it's very hard to have 2 models standing on it, certain enemies can be either to the side or straight in the middle of our path. We can push them slightly because we have some influence to their positioning, but sometimes they just do stick.
Yeah, I'm going to use a health drink just in case, because my health is a little low.
Yeah, a little bit low.
But yeah, these enemies here, that's
Yeah.
bad RNG. So yeah, they're just in, they're always in the same place but different positions, and if they're in the way, there's
Yeah. So that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
again,
both of those.
that happens. Getting a no damage sewers is hard.
So both of them can either be on the walkway we're going, or you can see there's like a little alcove to the right of where Harry is now, or to the left now. They can just be sitting in those corners. If they're sitting in those corners, then they're way out of the way, and it's easier to get past.
Pretty much. But yeah, we're going through sewers to just get to another part of Silent Hill, is the idea.
Yep. And we're picking up another key.
Yeah, it's all about evading these enemies. That one's consistent if you just run. But it's these 2 that are a pain. Okay, that's one. Now this guy.
Yeah, this guy's a
Will
meme.
he, yeah.
Hey.
Nice. Just about. Yeah. Runners can die here pretty easily, because like I said, most optimally you don't want to use health at all, so. And they do a fair bit of damage.
I believe the world record holder was when he was grinding for his PB on this. I believe there was a few runs where he was 3 to 4 seconds ahead, and then he just came out Suez like 7 seconds behind.
Yeah, Suez is like that.
What console is this on? Yeah, this is being played on a PS2, but it's a PS1 game.
Yeah, PS1 game on PS2. You can run this on PS TV as well, but like I said, load times don't count. So
Yeah. You cannot run the PAL version of this game.
yeah, the PAL version.
Yeah, so PAL version is the only version of this that's banned because the in-game timer which we use for submitting to leaderboard
I think PAL is okay.
Is PAL okay now?
Yeah, I think that might be RE2. You're getting confused.
Is it RE2? No, I'm sure it's Silent Hill 1 as well.
I don't know. No one runs PAL. Well, in fact, there is someone recently who started to run PAL.
Yeah.
So I don't know if no one really runs it. So
Yeah, fair.
not sure if it's.
I double check. I remember Aaron saying once that PAL version had something weird with the in-game timer.
It might do. I don't know if it's fully tested. All we know is that there's like it's a little more optimized with some of the rooms. FPS is a bit better.
Is it JP in UK, US English the same game speed-wise, or is the Japanese text actually faster?
Japanese is no faster. It's the same, but
Rout's got the correct answer.
But yeah, there is glitches. Thanks, Routes.
And Kao's chiming in, agreeing.
No, there is a couple of glitches that aren't doable on the PAL version, and the version 1.1 of the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Which they kind of patched the glitch, which we'll be using soon. So yeah, the other versions are slower, but the original Japanese is unpatched. But yeah, other than that, there's no difference.
Yeah, so to clarify, JP is slightly faster then, isn't it?
No, same.
Is it same as NTS?
Yeah.
US?
Yeah, Aaron uses US. In fact, everyone does, but me. I'm pretty sure. And Japanese runners, of course. But yeah, we're coming to the lighthouse in a second.
He's a very well disguised weep. Commentators actually answering chat. Classy, love it. You're classy. JP has faster text, yeah. So Japanese has faster text, but the in-game time doesn't count when text is scrolling.
Yeah, so it's no different.
Yeah, so when you pick up something, it'll scroll up saying like wherever the Japanese is for you've picked up a medical drink. But while that text is scrolling, the in-game timer stops anyway. So even though the text is shorter, we're not saving any time. So technically, yeah, Japanese has faster text, but when text scroll happens, we just don't get any time save out of it, just because how the in-game timer is programmed.
It's a pretty good in-game timer. Kind of like Dino Crisis, just doesn't count loads or anything.
No.
Run any platform you want, PS TV. I mean, Aaron, world record holder, uses PS1 original.
Yeah.
Doesn't so.
He uses it is the PS1, like the smaller version, isn't it?
Oh, the slim PS1.
Yeah, he uses the PS1, not the PSX.
I mean, some people prefer to do that.
Yeah.
You can use faster speed with this game on PS2, but it like makes all the dialogue like go super fast.
Yeah. Which, yeah, again, doesn't save time because dialogue scrolling is not a time save.
Yeah, this section, that romper.
I don't think PS TVs are being sold anymore. Probably not.
This section is probably the worst in the game, FPS wise.
Yeah, so the FPS is low.
And I need the light off for most of it, so.
Yeah, so Silent wants to have the light off because there's a few staircases and pathways he needs to go up, and he just doesn't want the aggro dogs to block the way he's going.
And screens like that one.
Yeah, so every time we turn it off, they kind of lose sight of where we are. but we do kind of need it on to just see where we are.
Yeah. And this is the lighthouse. So at the top of the lighthouse, this is where like a UFO run would end. Kind of skips the last section.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna strafe up here. It's weird because you can strafe up like this, but you can't strafe down.
No, you can't.
Because you
Harry
just keeps
does.
stuffing. It's
Harry's a master of the stairs.
so we're just gonna stop every now and again. Otherwise, it'll start bonking on the side.
Yeah. The stairs have really weird hit detection because they're like bases. The barrier for it is circle. We don't bonk as much, but you can if you hit the angle just wrong.
That's a lighthouse, so we're coming up to the next glitch. I'll skip that health drink. There is a safety health drink though. Should be okay.
The next glitch you'll have to talk about because I actually don't know it.
Oh, the Sybil skip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a there's like these invisible, ghostly like grey children hanging around outside where you would normally have a boss fight with Sybil, as she's being like controlled. And for some reason, if you use the red liquid on one of those grey children instead of her, the game's programmed so it's kind of like Sybil. Like the child's like Sybil as well. Uses the same
right.
code, so it just triggers a cutscene.
Oh, fair. Just skips it.
In fact, I might show you a bit of the cutscene because it's quite funny. I don't know if you've seen it actually.
No.
Don't. Nice. So yeah, we're back in sewers, but only for a very brief moment. And it's not as bad as the first time. And there's a bit of RNG here. There might be 2 spawns or 1 or none. Just 1. But yeah, this is the glitch they patched in the other versions.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, Out of Bounds is only just discovered not
Yeah.
too long ago. And where is he? There he is. This probably will miss. Oh, it didn't miss. Wow.
What?
And that's what happens if you do the glitch.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason they share the same code, Sybil and one of those ghost children things.
Yeah.
So it works. It's crazy.
And so then she just starts flying around the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And last section of the game, which is Nowhere. It's called Nowhere. And it's basically just a mashup of various parts of the game.
Yeah.
A bit of school, a bit of hospital, a bit of the part that we actually skip without bounds. All just mashed up like a maze.
It's actually like some of the rooms actually are other rooms, aren't they, that we've already been in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just a bit of a random crazy area.
Yeah, you just use it on the children and Cyril's just like, ree.
But yeah, this section can be a pain with a couple of dodges later. They're pretty hard dodges.
Chat saying they've not seen that visual glitch before, so they probably appreciate seeing that. I've not seen it before.
Well,
Cutscenes don't. Do cutscenes count towards IGT?
yes, I believe.
Nah. Well,
But only like, don't know how long that was, 5 seconds.
Suddenly you don't PB by 4 seconds. mean, it's been a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, see, that's an example of failing to quick time.
Yeah.
This little puzzle here. It's basically just the amount of limbs there are. There we go. 648.
Pop.
Yeah, the idea of this section is just get 5 items to open one last big door before the final boss.
Alert.
Don't know why it's alert.
I mean, if you run it casually, you probably find out why.
True. Well, I've played it casually loads of times, but
Starship.
still didn't understand.
Starship was a good game. Chat's just trying to get a ranged AWeeb marathon.
FF10.
Wait, you could run .hack. Like what, the 4% viable marathon game? Doesn't it? Yeah, this is the exploding clock, isn't it?
Exploding clock, get a key. There's a lot of key items in this area. There's probably like 10 different key items.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of picking up in this area.
It's only a short area though.
Like, it's confusing. The speedrun looks confusing. If you
Oh yeah, definitely.
like, casually, I can imagine this area was a pain.
Yeah.
Alright, time to draw some patterns.
Awesome. I don't understand that puzzle either. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty annoying section to learn. Just shoot her. She gets in the way, so.
Wow. It's the. Oh no, we need the ring to go and get the last one.
Oh yeah, we really need the ring, otherwise we get insta-kill.
Yeah, that ring prevents a insta-kill puzzle.
Alright, hurry.
Nice hit spot. Nice hit box.
I pick that up. Yeah. Couldn't see. You can unlock the door, but you can't go through.
Note to self, don't get in SilentVid's way. He'll shoot you dead. Alright, so here you want to apply the ring.
Yeah, otherwise.
Otherwise, whatever's in there just jumps out and kills you.
Which I think pretty much happens with everyone's first playthrough.
Probably.
It happened in a run once when I forgot the ring. Sad
Nice.
way to go. And we're going to open some jelly beans.
Yeet.
And there's a key inside. Nice.
Of course.
Yeah.
Free
Logic.
prize with every bag.
Get this. Alright. So we got one more item to get. And I just made that dodge. I'd probably eat those jelly beans, to be honest.
I mean,
They did look pretty nice, considering what's going on in the environment.
I mean, demonic jelly beans probably are pretty good.
They were nice and colourful.
Yeah,
This
full
dodge,
full of all the nutritious artificial colours you need.
that dodge is a pain. Gonna use health drink here. I'm kind of glad I picked up both health drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have been fine, but just to be sure, I'm gonna use it. This dodge is a pain. And we got it, nice. And we got that dodge. Oh, is that a Kasi cat? Wow. Puce.
God damn it, Cat.
Oh. Yes, we got to do the menu a bit. So, I might try and blind this.
I mean, should be fine.
Huh. Oh. Yeah, we did it. Awesome. So I couldn't see like 50% of that.
I was gonna say, stream can actually see it.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, it doesn't actually cut out on stream.
Oh, okay.
It's just
That's strange.
No, I was looking at I was looking at earlier when you were doing the panel puzzle, and they didn't get the black cut out.
Alright, so I'm gonna count 4 steps.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just wait. We're coming up on time, by the way. Time.
Hey,
Awesome.
Cheryl, 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 Cheryl,
Daddy.
I don't know why he does that. Just
Cheryl.
whispers.
Cheryl.
Why is he whispering?
Daddy.
Cheryl.
Goodbye.
Because they just did not have the voice actors at the same time for this. But GG, dude.
Cheryl?
Cheryl?
Might as well see what my IGT is.
Cheryl B.
I'm expecting a
Leave
34.
like this? This can't
What do
be
you reckon?
happening.
34,
Cheryl.
30.
Faithful 30.
Cheryl!
Yeah. My PB is 32, 41. But
To be fair, you just said a bunch of numbers at me. My brain's just like, huh? I'm not gonna lie.
probably a 34.
This is bad in it, isn't it?
Bad plus.
Bad plus, yeah. So
And you get to see Harry getting
I didn't think we.
slapped
I
up.
was gonna say I don't think we clarified that, but because this is any percent, we just go for bad plus because it's the quickest ending.
Because of the glitch with the red liquid stuff. Otherwise, that would be like bad. Regular, I guess, or whatever it's called. But because we use that red liquid for the glitch, it's bad plus.
Pretty bad, but not as bad as the bad ending.
True. And let's see what the final time is.
We'll skip the outtake blooper reel. Faithful
Oh.
23.
Less than I thought. It's not bad for a marathon. With a few mistakes.
Yeah, no, you did well, man.
Good time.
No, you did great.
But yeah, thanks guys for watching. If anyone wants to run the game, there is a Silent Hill Discord. Great community. And yeah, it's a fun run to learn.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll learn it one day.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy the rest of UKSG. Thanks.